The loudest person in the room is often the loneliest. But why does your chest ache the second you're left alone in the dark? We all know that person. The one who fills every awkward silence with a joke. The one who remembers everyone's birthday, checks in on the brokenhearted, and radiates a warmth that makes the whole room feel safe. Maybe that person is you. You've built a reputation for being unbreakable. But there is a quiet tragedy that happens when the night ends. You get into your car, the engine turns off, and the silence hits. In that sudden quiet, your smile doesn't just fade, it collapses. It's replaced by a crushing weight, a profound emptiness that feels almost impossible to carry. You look in the rearview mirror, swallow the lump in your throat, wipe a stray tear, and practice the laugh for tomorrow. If you're exhausted from performing your own happiness, you are not alone. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on the silent pandemic of the soul, the psychology of people who hide their deepest agony behind their brightest smiles. In clinical psychology, this is known as smiling depression. It's a terrifyingly deceptive state of mind because it doesn't look like depression at all. When we think of depression, we picture someone who can't get out of bed, someone whose life has ground to a halt. But smiling depression is highly functional. You crush your targets at work, you show up to the family dinners, you post the perfect vacation photos. You look like you're winning at life, but on the inside, you're running on absolute zero, suffocating in plain sight. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we build these elaborate emotional fortresses? For most, it stems from a deeply ingrained terror of being a burden. You've conditioned yourself to believe that everyone else's problems are heavy enough, so yours don't deserve the space. You've signed an unspoken, invisible contract with the world that says, my value is measured only by what I can give, never by what I need. Your smile becomes a psychological shield. It's a defense mechanism. If you're laughing, people assume you're fine. They won't look any closer. They won't ask the deep, penetrating questions that you're not ready to answer. It keeps people at a safe, superficial distance. But if we look at this through the lens of evolutionary psychology, the roots go even deeper. Millions of years ago, in early human tribes, vulnerability was a death sentence. A sick, injured, or emotionally broken hunter was a liability to the group's survival. If you couldn't contribute, you risked being left behind. To survive, our brains developed an ancient protocol: mask the weakness, signal health, and keep moving. And biologically, nothing signals safety and cooperation to a tribe quite like a warm, unbothered smile. You aren't just being stubborn. Your brain is literally running a primitive survival program to keep you integrated with the tribe. However, we need to be radically honest here. Not all smiles are shields. For many of us, the smile has become a cage. Think about it this way. When you spend 100% of your daily energy maintaining the illusion of absolute happiness, you leave exactly 0% for actual, genuine healing. The smile doesn't cure the pain. It just seals it inside an airtight container where it quietly rots and metastasizes. You aren't fixing the engine of your mental health. You're just slapping a piece of black tape over the check engine light and driving faster. This blueprint almost always traces back to your childhood. Many high-functioning, smiling adults were children who grew up in environments where their emotions were inconvenient. Perhaps you had a parent who was emotionally volatile, and you realized early on that to stay safe, you had to be the stable, easygoing kid. You learned that your sadness made people uncomfortable, but your compliance and cheerfulness earned you love. That little kid is still alive inside you today, terrified that if they stop smiling, the world will stop loving them. If my voice is reaching you in that dark car or that quiet room right now, I need you to hear this clearly. Your pain does not make you a burden. Your vulnerability is not a defect. It is your humanity. You do not have to pay for your place in this world by constantly entertaining the people around you. It is profoundly exhausting to keep a mask glued to a face that just desperately needs to cry. You have been strong for long enough. It is safe to rest. We dive deep into the psychology of the things we hide from the world. If this resonated with your soul, hit that subscribe button and join our community. And do me a favor. take the mask off for just a moment in the comments below. Let me know, when did you first realize your smile was actually a shield? Let's talk about it. I'll see you in the next video.